Alright. That should have worked. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, you can just tab out and see. Like, alt tab out, I mean. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gone.
it did.
Leave all this in.
No. Can we just cut it in?
Theoretically, yeah. I mean, you could cut it in Movie Maker. It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Alright. Hello, and welcome back. It's been a minute to Let's Play Touhou. We're going to be playing Touhou 13. So, character select.
Dude,
Let's just go with Marissa.
Who's that cute little lesbian, and how tight is her pussy?
I do not know. So the plot of Touhou 13 is a lot of spirits are all fucking around, and we have to figure out why. There's a reason for the spirits, but we'll get there when we get there. As you'll see, if you're new to Touhou, this looks a little different than the last Touhou games I was playing. That is because this is a game from the modern era of Touhou. So what you'll see is that I have hearts on one side, right? And I can get heart pieces, and once I get a certain amount, I get a heart, and the same is for the stars. Hearts are my lives, stars are bombs. Other than that, there's actually a gauge for your power, instead of it just being numbers that can go up to full. Other than that, not a ton has changed. Yeah, I think that's about it. Difficulty on this game is not too bad. I think it's definitely... It starts out pretty easy, but it does get very hard. I will say that. So you'll see those orbs are what gets me stars and heart containers. So generally the first one doesn't give you anything that you collect, and I don't know why. That is a mystery that I've yet to figure out. So you'll notice everything's pink and there's like cherry blossoms. So, you know, I wonder who could be the boss we're facing. Really is a huge mystery for me, you know?
It's Cherno.
Yeah, it's Cherno again. I want Cherno reappearance. She might have reappeared in 14, but...
Here's what we're doing, though. We're making a mod. We're making mods for all of the Touhou games that replaces every single boss with Cherno.
That would be a thing, I guess.
But so just their sprite.
Yeah, look, it was Saiga Yuyuko. Her full name is very hard to pronounce. Saigyoze? Yeah. Yuyuko. So, it's a pretty natural thing. Lots of spirits happening. Might as well talk to the ghost princess, who rules the palace in the underworld. Whose servant is literally half a ghost. Interestingly enough, if you play as Yomu, you still face Yuyuko. And you're like, Yuyuko, please. She's like, no, fight me.
Why are you like this?
So you'll notice her it's kind of like her attacks and spell cards are just kind of based off of like cherry blossoms scattering in the wind type of a thing. Kind of long, large group patterns that you have to weave in between are a pretty big theme in 13. Oh shit, you have to do with that later on. So we're just trying to kill her as quickly as possible without taking any damage, of course.
This is a speed run.
Yeah, it is a sped run.
You should upload this to Speedruns Live.
Should I?
Yeah, dude. I bet you'd be top 100.
I think I would be too.
Probably be top 1, because I don't even know if there's any categories for Touhou on.
Yeah. I don't really care, though. I don't play it for the glory.
I'll have you know I'm in the top 150 anti-chamber runners.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I would be if I uploaded my times.
Fridge. That's very dumb, me getting hit there. Really didn't want that to happen, but... Well, someone was talking to me.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry like a bitch.
I don't know what you want from me.
I want you to stop talking like a bitch. Fuck, I'm saying bitch a lot. Dang it. Yeah, I generally don't like saying bitch. I think it's derogatory.
All insults are derogatory.
Yeah, but it's just really offensive in my opinion.
Okay.
You're just apologizing like a queer. You'll notice when I died, there's like a weird screen and I was shooting things. That just happens in this game. You get extra points if you kill a lot of things when that happens when you die.
It's like
It's a fun time.
Money.
Sure. Literally don't know. And then Blood Money could be the game about magical dinosaurs fighting wizards, and
No, it's about Hitman.
I mean, that makes a little more sense than my theory.
It's just like there's a thing in it where when you're about to die, if you shoot enough people, you come back.
So now we're actually at we're at kind of the temple that's in Touhou 12, if you know what that is, when the Pelican ship crashes and the Buddhists set up shop. This is where this is where we're at. See, because there's Kyoko, the sweeping caretaker, mountain monster beast spirit thing, who screams. She's in a punk band with one of the characters from Touhou 8, like canonically. They have a punk band. It's described as not being actual music, because it's just them playing guitar and shouting about their problems.
Dude, that's real music.
Yeah, it's fucking art, right?
It's not Green Room.
Boop, boop, bop, boop, 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 boop. See, more large weaving patterns you have to deal with. It's fucking annoying. Die, monster. Really wanting to get an extra life soon after my incredibly dumb blunder on the first boss, making me look like a complete idiot. Just trying to, definitely Touhou's a game where you want to look for the open space and just go there. I think is definitely how you should think of things rather than just looking at. But that's not even the right. You see, you want to do that, but then there's so many different patterns that happen. Sometimes you'll crash into another one. So you just need to kind of like, you just become the game. Then you have to come, literally, jacking off to Yuri. Because if you've jacked off to Touhou that isn't Yuri, please end your life.
I've tried.
Like, that is the most disgraceful thing I have ever heard of. There is nothing worse, in my opinion.
Sorry.
Only thing that can salvage it is if the guy is Rinosuke, then I guess at least they didn't have to bullshit to get a guy in there. At least Chirno didn't have to appear in anyone's fucking fridge.
Listen, that's a great story.
But it's not.
It is, though. That guy's amazing, because he's just, like, trying to help out.
Yeah, he's just a generic harem protagonist.
Yeah, but he's not really trying to have a harem.
Neither is any harem protagonist. That's the whole point.
Debatable.
What? Which one?
Oh, yes.
Maybe Robert. Robert's our friend. His last name is...
Also,
Oh? I'm just gonna laser this.
no, it's great, because she shows up in his fridge or whatever.
Don't defend it. You just make me like it less.
That's not even possible, because you already hate it.
But I can hate it more.
Just needs a place
Bullshit.
to stay.
I don't care. You're just making me angry. I'm sorry you had to listen to someone try to defend Het. I apologize to everyone in the world for that. I don't really know why I'm friends with Kyle. This is why I try to do Touhou alone. But I haven't uploaded in a while and Kyle's over.
Still could have done it alone.
Yeah. I thought maybe you wouldn't try to defend Het.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna bring it up.
You're here. Touhou's Yuri, so I gotta be like, yeah, Yuri. And then you should be like, yeah.
I'm not saying it's better, but I'm saying it's a necessary evil.
No, it's not.
Not for you.
It's literally not. Just make a story that doesn't have Touhou characters and
I
make
just
it
meant in
Het.
general. I just
Het?
meant in life. Yeah.
Yes, Het. Yeah, people want that, but I mean Touhou Het.
No, 99%. 99% bad, 1% it's decent. It's okay.
Hey, got a life after losing 2 like an idiot. Let's try to keep sojourning on through these tombstones. I'm a big fan of these tombstones. Comment below what your favorite tombstone is in the background. Tombstone, fuck me. Look, it's Umbrella Lolly. She's also in Touhou 12. She has an umbrella.
Fuck.
I didn't know we were playing that game that has the ice cream meme. With umbrella and parasol.
Oh,
Skullgirls, yeah.
Dude, we're gonna play Skullgirls. I own it.
Oh. We both suck at that game, though.
I mean, I beat it. I don't know how much you can really beat it. I beat every campaign.
Full power, oh
Beat
baby.
every campaign on, like, normal.
Oh, yeah. That's close enough.
I'm not great at it, but I'm okay.
So, if you have full power, and you pick up red squares, you get points. Rather than power, obviously. Or you might actually get nothing. I forget which it is in this game. I think it's points, though. In other games, you get like a lot less points than you do from the blue ones, obviously. And I think that's what it's like here. Which makes sense. Alright. Just killing all these spirits. What the fuck are they doing here?
I just yawned.
I don't care. Now, question. And now our first new character added. She is a young she-zombie and has some badass music.
She's got the thing on her forehead.
Yeah, that's because she's a zombie.
Yeah.
She is our first introduction to a character central to the overall plot of this game, not just what we know, but the actual plot. She is guarding these tombstones, but the question is, why? And who made her? And why is her music so fucking awesome? Also, she can regenerate, it's really annoying.
Regenerating bosses are literally the worst thing.
Hey, just please die.
I think you got her. Calm down now.
No, using bombs actually makes her regenerate quicker, I believe. That's been my experiences anyway. So I really just try to live. I don't really care about getting the bonus. I'm just like, as long as I can get through without losing a life, I'll be happy.
Because you're not a real
I mean, I'm a real person, I believe, and I play Toho, so I think I meet the criteria.
Real fans would get all the bonuses.
Yeah, well, people who are good at it. I don't think real fans. Most fans of Toho have never beaten a Toho game. Just in it for the lollies.
Who isn't?
Me.
That's why I'm here.
Fucking the Zun Guide to Drawing. Yeah. If your lolly doesn't have something on her head, she will die. Just look up the Zun Guide to Drawing. It's really good. No offense, Zun, but drawing is the one thing you can't do. I mean, like, hand drawing. He's great at graphic design, as you can tell from all the backgrounds and the bombs and stuff.
So fucking hard.
It is. I don't blame him. He's so good at everything else that it's like, why? Fair enough. Hand drawing is the hardest art that's possible.
But also the only art that's worth anything.
I split seconded you. Nah.
Sorry.
It's alright. It's all for the kids. Look, if you could die, that would be fantastic.
That noise sounded kind of like the Scooby-Doo running noise before they start running, but like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I do, actually. What's your favorite Scooby-Doo movie?
Scooby-Doo 2.
I met the animated ones.
Scooby-Doo 1.
Is it? Fuck you.
I like that you just were like, oh, okay.
And I met the first Scooby-Doo, like...
I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of the animated movies.
Did you see the one with the Chupacabra?
I don't think so.
See the one with the Loch Ness Monster?
No, I've just watched, like, old-ass episodes of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. You've seen the Zombie Island, though, right?
Yeah. Dude, you know what's really
So now we are
good?
on the 4th stage. We're getting somewhere. What?
The first, like, 18 episodes of Scooby-Doo. That shit's fire, dude. It's so good.
Scooby-Doo actually, was it Mystery Incorporated?
The one with the actual, like, story to
Yeah. That's actually really good.
I thought it looked pretty good.
It's really good. The story is actually interesting. Yeah. Because it's this whole thing about, like, are the monsters real or not?
It's X-Files.
It is. It's literally X-Files.
If you look it up, it was created by Chris Carter. Oh.
So this music's pretty jamming. There's a lot going on. Alright, here we're introduced to...
Is that Cheerno?
No, it's the person who made the zombie. She is the Wicked Hermit... Saiga, right? Yeah, Saiga something. She made Yoshika, the zombie girl who we fought last time, in order to protect the tombs. But what is she protecting? I think I said that already, but now you have an explanation of who made her, at least. She fires these laser orbs at you that home in on you. They're very annoying. Bonus failed. Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to live, alright? Just trying to make an honest pay.
Me too.
So, actually, because we're on the 4th stage, I think this is generally when I actually explain the full plot, in case I lose. So, that hermit, 1,000 years ago, went to Shotoku Taishi, the person who is the Taoist, the Buddhist prince in Japan who is attributed to spreading Buddhism through Japan. But in Toho canon, they did spread Buddhism through Japan, but they were actually a Taoist who was taught by the person who we just fought, Saiga, the Wicked Hermit. Then, but couldn't spread Taoism throughout Japan because it's not really a religion you can use to control people, because that'd be going against it. Then they used some alchemy to lock themselves in a tomb in order to be resurrected thousands of years later and be immortal. It's that tombstone right there. You see the mausoleum back there with Shotoku Taishi on it. And yeah, that's pretty much overall the plot. And then when the Pelican ship at the end of Toho 12 crashes into them, crashes to the ground, it actually awakens Shotoku Taishi enough that the spirits start going towards her, because the spirits worship her. And she is a Taoist saint. And she gets resurrected as a girl, even though Shotoku Taishi was a guy, as far as we know. And was not a Taoist at all, as far as I can tell. I've been able to find no information about any conspiracy theories even revolving around if Shotoku Taishi was actually a Taoist, so I'm assuming Zun just made it up for the laugh. So there's, of course, as usual with Toho, a far more in-depth backstory than the one I can give and remember. Dissimilar to 8, there is no full actual story I can go tell you to read. There's no Silent Sinner or Blue or Cajun Lunatic Run Gate. Though I think Synopsis of Post-Mysticism has information about them, which is one of the Toho encyclopedias, the other one being Bohemian Archives in Red. Something like that. But I recommend reading them. They just have bios about the characters and stories and information about them. They're quite useful.
Quick question about this stage.
Yeah?
Does the zombie body block
Yes,
shots?
it does.
Okay.
It does. Retry.
But I'm assuming that at no point... Yeah, so, okay. Yeah.
You can, after you kill it, it no longer blocks
Okay.
shots. Or you disable it.
Yeah, that's just mechanics.
Yeah. Sorry. There we go. There's a second. That's something I forgot to mention because it's just like so ingrained in me now, you know?
Yeah.
But I realized it's probably not actually that self-explanatory anyway.
Well, I was just wondering if that was actually how it worked, or if...
Yeah, if she has a health bar, or if she doesn't, you can still hit her and try to get her out and try to disable her. Mm-hmm. But it's often worth your time to just not do that.
Just try and shoot around.
It depends. In the first couple stages, you should probably kill her first, because her attacks are a lot more annoying. But at this stage, as you can see, there's kind of arrows loosely going places. And if I wasn't such an idiot, they're not a huge threat. I'm just trying to get through this, though. Okay, trying to dodge the laser orbs, and let's just blast this.
Dude, gotta blast.
Gotta blast. Fuck you. Dropping these Jimmy-ass neutron. The pizza is aggressive.
The pizza is aggressive. Time for father-son bonding.
Jimmy Nutron.
Just another day in the life of Jimmy Nutron.
Alright, stage 5.
In space now?
No. We're just in the halls of a mausoleum.
The Mountain King?
No. Though, interestingly enough, Buddha Odame, they did a range of Alice, not Alice Margatroyd, but Alice from Toho 3 or something's theme. But since there's no... That was before, really, the Toho themes had verse-chorus structure. And so it's just one just one track. But so the chorus in the Buddha Odame remix is a redoing of In the Hall of the Mountain King.
Interesting.
And it's really cool.
It's an alright piece.
Yeah. Fucking fire bassoon part.
Yeah. It's got a pretty fun fourth horn part, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Weirdly enough. It just goes really low, but like not low enough that it's hard, just low enough to be like, oh, hell yeah.
That's why there's so many great second bassoon parts in classical music, so much more than good first bassoon parts, honestly. Because bassoon parts are hard, but second bassoon parts, you just get to, like, be like, fuck yeah, low C.
Yeah,
So here we are, fighting Tojiko, who is a worshipper of Shotoko Taishi, who she is a follower of hers, and is a vengeful spirit ghost. She doesn't like people, so that's why she's trying to kill us. She has a hat and is a ghost and is green. She is my top ship with Shotoko Taishi.
You would.
Yes. Correct. I, of course, ship Saiga and Yoshiko. Yoshika, I always forget that. And then the other characters I really don't give any shits about, so... Hell yeah. Give me that shit.
With FedEx usually.
Oh yeah? I usually just use Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon doesn't pick up packages, so...
Yeah, they do actually.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. It's okay. The only time I
So here we are introduced to a ring pattern of enemies that will come into play in the boss. As many things in Toho often do. Wow, that was a very tight graze on that one leaf-shaped bullet. Alright. Went to use a bomb and didn't have one, so I actually had to dodge well. But there, I died anyway. Die, monsters. Oh dear, there we go. Gotta stay alive. Alright, here we are. Actually, I guess that was leading up to the full boss system. Here's our boss, Mononobe no Futo. She is someone who originally hated Shotoko Taishi when she thought that Shotoko Taishi was a Buddhist, and she hated the spread of Buddhism. She was actually captured by Shotoko Taishi and Saiga and used as a test subject for their plan to make themselves essentially go into stasis for 1,000 years in tombs in a mausoleum. They're like, let's try it out on her, see if the alchemy works. Because we don't really like her that much.
Kind of like Rita Repulsa.
I don't know what that is, but...
Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
She's trapped on the moon or whatever.
Alright, here is last shot.
After 10,000 years, I've been freed.
Dude, Power Rangers is so good.
Time to conquer the earth, or whatever she says. I don't know.
Go watch Linkara's complete history of the Power Rangers. It's so good. He does a complete analytical review of all the Power Rangers series.
I believe you mean Super Sentai.
Yeah, I mean I would, but he reviews the Power Rangers, not Super Sentai.
Right, because I watched Power Rangers as a kid. I'm fucking Japanese.
Yeah. So I'm doing terribly here. I'm also kind of rushed because I need to leave for a music lesson in like 5 minutes.
Oh.
So if I died, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. The Shotoko Taichi fight is long. If I do die before I reach anything, I'll do more 13. It's probably one of my... It's definitely up there just of how much I like the Taoist characters. And I just like all of the ways you have to dodge and stuff, so I will definitely be coming back to it. I'll come back to it immediately when I have more time, and just do like Or I might just get to the final boss and then start recording and just be like, look, this is what the final boss is like. So I have been able to at least show you everything else.
That's a very big P.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I have a very big P.
My P very big. Fuck. Alright, that was Toho 13. We learned about Taoists. We learned about talking with Kyle. We learned many, many things.
Next time, your Japanese lesson.
Oh, I'll teach you some Japanese before we go. If you want to say, my name is, if you want to introduce yourself, go, Watashi no name wa, and then your name.
If you want to give somebody a high five in Japanese, say "Hi touch."
And if you want to ask somebody what their name is, you go Anata no name wa desu ka?
If you want to talk about light eco, say Hikari eco.
Return to title, there we go. Alright, bye.
Alright. Still have to stop the recording.